Hey everybody, Christopher here, and welcome back to Fossil Forward Finds. We have another What Sold video for you. Uh, this What Sold video is from March 16th through March 22nd. In that period, I did 33 sales for $333.93. So about pretty similar to the week before. I think one sale less, but I had a better average asking price. But in any case, I've selected 10 sales slash orders to show you like we did last time. So let's jump into it. Alrighty, so let's dive into this top 10. This first one was a pretty good postcard, an interesting one. It sold on offer for $16.99. I originally had it up for auction, but it didn't sell on auction, so I just set it and forget it. It's for a tuberculosis hospital in Paris, Kentucky. But this one was interesting, in addition just from the subject matter, but it was also an altered card. Sorry if you hear that, that would be Jadzia. Um, so someone actually, you know, wrote some stuff. They added a little car sticker thing there. I don't know. It was different. I never really know if altered cards make things better or not, but I'm pretty sure I didn't see another one like this to start with, or at least not in a while. So I started it at the top price for eBay standard envelope. That's what I do a lot of times. And yeah, sold for $16.99. I listed it at February of this year, so it hasn't been up long. Postmark 1955 in New York. Oh no, sorry, Kentucky. Obviously, Paris, Kentucky. And yeah, not a bad sale. This one was fun. Um, I like listing buttons. I think buttons are cool. I used to have a button maker as a kid, and I regret not having that anymore. Made a lot of buttons uh, in my youth. But in any case, this was one I had for a while. I had a whole bag full I had for a while, but I hadn't listed in. So I decided I'd give it a go. Um, Took a day and went through my stack, and a lot of them, a lot of the buttons, I don't see anything comparable for. So I kind of just guesstimate a starting price, and this one I set at a $12.99 start for the auction, and it went for one bid. I know a lot of people don't like auctions because they say, well, you're only going to get one bid, and so what's the point? Um, I only set my auctions at whatever I would list it at for buy it now. So if I decided, no, I don't want to auction this, it would have been at $12.99 anyways. So the only thing I'm losing is, maybe a little bit of time. But in any case, this was a Harvest Land Purdue chicken advertising button, 2.5 inches. Um, Advertising no antibiotics. Made in USA. Didn't have a date for it, but yeah, sold for one bid, $12.99. I had another button, smaller. I don't remember the topic off the top of my head, but it was that one sold for $15. But I thought the Purdue one was a little more interesting. This one, I probably should have raised my price a while ago. This was an early card I had, 804, so I listed it January of 2023, and I had 8 of them initially, and they've now officially all sold. Most of them sold for the full $4.99. I've had a couple, I think, that maybe sold on 10% offer. Um, but yeah, Alex Katz, terrier dog. So yeah, it's, I don't know. Keep an eye out for it. It certainly sells. Maybe listed higher than I did. I don't usually go back through and change prices on things unless I think I've ridiculously overpriced it. Um, but yeah, good little sale. I got each of them for 13 cents each, so I'm not worried about it. Alrighty, so this was a collection of sales. One person bought one, two, three, four, five, six, and then there was a seventh one that came through in a separate order. But I did combine shipping on it all. Uh, but at least for this six, she paid $52.15. After shipping, this would have had to go ground advantage. Too many cards in one order for eBay standard envelope. And so after all that's said and done, $37.68 in my pocket. It's not too bad. These are modern cards. Let's see if I can open one of these up quickly. These are modern cards, blank backs. There's nothing on it. So maybe not strictly speaking a postcard, but I've sent blank back cards as postcards before with no issue. And they're all different vintage looking women in various scenes. I'm assuming they're probably reprints of older images, but yeah, not a bad sale. I typically have these at $9.99 each, but they took advantage of my volume discount, which I think for this number of cards would be 20% off. So not too bad. Let's see. I think, yeah, okay. So Janet Jackson, she sold on offer for $15.99. I've had her listed since November 27th, 2023. So she's been up for a little while. So I was happy to give a slightly higher discount on this one. Really not too much to say about it. I don't know if this would have been considered a free card, but when I know when I listed it, I couldn't find any other ones of this particular image. Certainly other Janet Jackson cards, but not this particular one. So I listed it high. It sat for a while, but I am not upset about $16. This one's just fun. Le Petit Prince. I didn't read the book until I took French class in high school, but it's a cute book. But what I found fun about this sale was I made this sale, and then the next day I was with my parents watching the Antiques Roadshow. It's our Monday tradition, and that particular Monday, they had a woman on who brought in a first edition of the English version, I believe, of The Little Prince, and it was signed by the author, and it was worth some, crazy amount of money for a book. But I just thought the timing was fun. I have a whole bunch of these. They're all different scenes from the story. I just thought they were cute. I got them from my friend Dave at Dave F. Brother on Whatnot. And this one's been listed for about a year now. A little over a year. Alrighty. So I do photographs as well. I like selling photographs. They take me longer than postcards because there's not, in many cases, a title written on the photo for you. So you're gonna have to be creative about it. I always start my photos with found photo. I don't know if that actually improves anything at this point, but it's just sort of the format that I've gone with. But it's a little Polaroid style snapshot. Man at the Grand Canyon, got his khakis. Not sure exactly what he's holding. I guess I identified it as a camera, which that's probably why it sold. There's a lot of pictures of people at the Grand Canyon. But yeah, it sold for $11.01. So I must have sent them a discount. And photos, as long as they're the right size, can go eBay standard envelope now. So yeah, not a bad little sale. This one's been listed since May 31st of 2023, so it's been up a little while. All right, I think this was my highest single sale item for the week. I got this from my friend Flipping Roo. Again, I think they were doing a bulk lot of patches, or it was a bulk military lot. I don't remember. But this one took a little bit of research because I'm not familiar with my military insignias. But I tracked it down as Navy Aviation's electronics technician, petty officer, 3rd class. And it sold actually for the full $19.99. No offers required. And I believe I sent this eBay standard envelope because patches do go eBay. They do go eBay standard envelope as long as they're under that $20 price point. So happy little flip there. Gotta have a pog just to prove that I do keep selling them. This one went on offer for 552. Star Wars, so a nice crossover. Um, yeah, not much to say about that. I sold some other pugs too. I think I sold at least one, if not two, football NFL themed pugs this week. But as a sci-fi nerd, I relate more to the Star Wars ones than the football, so I figured I'd share this one. And then last not but not least, this is a sticker that I put together. So I still have 91 in the shop. I've sold 9. But eat the rich, take your political commentary how you like. Um, but obviously it's a spoof off Jurassic Park, which I am a fan of. And this one sold for full asking price of $649. I think it's a 3-inch sticker. Yeah, 3-inch sticker. And I've sold 9 in the past. Some of them have sold on 10% offer. This one sold full price. Um, yeah, I'm hoping that it keeps up that momentum. I've had them listed since December 2023, and it took a while for the first one to sell, but they've been selling more frequently since. So. And stickers also go eBay standard envelope, which, as you may guess, is the lane I like to be in. Alrighty, so that is the 16th through the 22nd. Let me know what your thoughts are on the sales. How are sales going for you? And I'll catch you on the next one.